Check. Check. Oh shit. Am I muted? Whoops. Sorry, y'all.
Hello. I guess. Yeah.
Nope. That ain't it. Keep going. Close.
I got it, man.
I'll let you do it.
I got it, man.
I'll let you do that shit. That's better.
Yep. Yes, folks. Your eyes do not deceive you. It is Thursday night again already, and you're hanging with the Crypto Remora. My name's Wes, and I am with, as always, Sierra Crypto. What's going on, Sierra?
Got the lights on, ready to go. Can you hear me? Mic good?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. You sound beautiful.
Hunter Myers, yo, what is up? Crypto Holmes, yo, what is up?
Let's go, man.
Damn, Holmes ain't even
Usual
We
suspects.
didn't even do the intro, and Holmes is on the US M2 money supply. Let's hit it.
Let's go.
Hit an
dude.
all-time record. All-time
Holmes.
record in April. Let's go, man. ZBCN. Hope everyone bought some ZBEC Network, ZBCN. Hell yeah.
Zebek. How do you say that? Is it Zebek? Crypto Holmes. Zebek. Zebek. I've always said Zebek. It's probably not it, though. That's probably not it. Probably not it at all. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to another Thursday night live stream. We come to you every Thursday, keep you updated, informed, entertained, more importantly, ahead of the markets. Yeah, man. So the targets were a little off, man. But I think that,
Slightly.
we'll look at the charts. Look at charts, man. We were mega bullish last Thursday. We had a good reason to be. We still have a good reason to be mega bullish. Looking at the charts, my target, is still the same. I think 120, 125 is right around the freaking corner. We did talk about Dirt Donkey. What's up, dude? We did talk about, coming back into that red support zone, and we're sitting there right now. I think we're sitting around like 105, 106. We're fluctuating. My limit order hit.
Can I say something real quick, Wes?
Yes, go ahead.
You know how I was kind of saying, yeah, we're solid going to 118 and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Secretly and deep down, I wanted to go to 104, right? So I think I sabotaged the market on purpose to get this dip, and I think it worked. Like I tricked the algorithm. I was like, yeah, we're going to 118 right now.
There you go, man. There you go. So, there you go.
Now I just have to have the cojones to scoop the dip.
Well, guess who did? I had my limit order at 105. Yeah. My limit order hit.
Nice, dude.
Looking good, man. Looking good. Yeah, dude. So I put a limit order on Ethereum last week, and I had it sitting there for like 2 weeks, dude. All right. Last week was when I changed it, but I had it sitting there for 2 weeks. Ethereum, I had it way down. It was like at 2,000 or 2,100, something stupid like that. And no, it's 22 or 2,300. And the day that I canceled my limit order and I bought spot was the day that we tanked and went down to that level that I had my limit order at. So I learned not to do that and left my limit order for Bitcoin in down, at 105, and it hit. So I'm excited. I'm happy about that. That worked out well. GameStop, yeah, they are adding to Bitcoin to their treasury. I think there's a lot of companies that eventually, like, if you're not adding Bitcoin to your treasury, then like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? It's going to be more a ZBEC,
and it pumped 38.5% today. It's rip roaring out of everything else. So
well, I mean,
call Holmes.
Yeah, Crypto Holmes makes those calls, man. Crypto Holmes makes those calls, dude. That's right. Are my kind of crypto people. Yeah, love you, Donkey, man. Love you, Dirt Donkey. Let me ride that donkey. Bildle,
isn't this BlackRock's shit? What is it? A stable? Is it a stable coin, or is it literally just staying at? It's a stable coin.
It's a stable coin, man. So I don't know why they have it.
Why are they making a stable?
It's the new norm, man. All institutions are going to have their own blockchains and their own stable coin.
Their own money. Every institution will have money now. That's what they're going to do.
And it's central. Yeah, it's centralized freaking garbage, man. They control the supply. That's better than what they have now, man. They can control the supply and expand it.
Why not have their own treasury department within their own freaking thing and just make, what, hell with it. Let them have their own country and their own freaking company, assholes.
It's the way to go, man. They don't need the government to print. Now they can print themselves. Yeah, that's garbage, dude.
The question of the day is, why the hell can't we get this ETH a little bit cheaper, man? I'm waiting for an ETH dip. Are we not going to see the ETH dip because it was so underestimated for the last 2 months? Because I like the dip, but I feel like I'm getting screwed on the ETH dip right now.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. Normally in these pullbacks and these corrections, Bitcoin usually dominates Ethereum. And right now, Ethereum, the ETH to Bitcoin chart is up, actually. So
damn right it is. Almost $2,700 still. But in that aspect, clap, y'all. Because the Crypto Remora was telling y'all when it was 1,500 and everyone else was selling the shit, not to do it. And you know what? If you didn't get the dip, you didn't get the dip. So
that's it, man. Yeah, $2,000 ETH. I mean,
GMB in the house.
what more could you ask for? GMB, what's up, man?
GMB in the
In the
house.
motherfucking house. Anything new? Anything happening? What's going on?
So news off topic, man, because we got to do a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of gossip, a little bit of talk and shit, man, to keep the show fresh.
Yep.
So my boy from DC, Patrick, that I grew up with since we were riding bikes, 12 years old, 11, 12 years old. Me and him did the electronic music, drum and bass, trance, and all that shit for years, for a long time. Anyway, long story short, I hadn't done nothing in over 15 years with that project, and then just kind of fell into it over at the Asher Theater. So I wanted to give a shout out to Asher Theater in Myrtle Beach Conference Center. I'm working with them directly. We did a show. We did an electronic show. Patrick was not able to make it from DC, but I still played some of his music. And the show, we sold tickets, $20 per ticket. So I had my first paid ticket at an event center where I was on the bill. I was the opener. I was the first act, but it was the electronic thing, dude. So it's all these tracks that I've had for years and finally got to do something with them. It was freaking awesome. We had over 24 or 25 people show up Memorial Day night, which was, if you know all the shootings that happened in Myrtle Beach, that's actually a freaking miracle that we had anybody show up because the whole town was getting shot up.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous.
So we had, I call it a good turnout, man. We, $20 a ticket. We sold, over 24, 25 tickets for the first one, for the first little small event. It's it grows. You got to grow it over a couple months. But man, what a kick-ass show, dude. I had a freaking blast. And the owner was happy enough. We're going to be doing a show once a month. So I earned and secured a monthly residence spot to do that. So that's some good news. And one other piece of good news, which you already know, but you guys, I think probate's finally, that too, but I didn't want to tell them that.
Oh, my bad.
Damn it, Wes.
I've
officially closed the probate.
Oh, wait.
Probate.
Okay.
Probate as closed, so I don't have to deal with the court no more over mom's stuff.
Oh, God, dude.
Bro, you have no idea the sigh of relief. That shit was miserable, man. So, yeah, so that's some good news. I'm not out of the woods yet with the house. I'm still dealing with a lot of the shit with the house, and obviously some other family issues and stuff. But other than that, I'm still just thrilled that that's closed. So there's a little bit of closure. You had closure with your job. We're headed into a new year with the last euphoric stage of this bull run. I'm hyped up, man. I'm ready to go. Everything's falling in place in the music sector and in all sectors of everything. So the cover band, the original band, the electronics. I'm trying to put stuff down and put it away, and shit keeps coming at me. So I'm happy, man. I'm very thankful for it. I'm very grateful for it. Hopefully everything keeps rolling the way it is, but yeah, it seems like even Crypto Remora is starting to pick up now. We're starting to get more viewers coming in with the market pumping and stuff. I think that this will be our breakout year as well. I think the Crypto Remora is going to have a tremendous year this year. I think it's going to happen, bro. I think this is the year we break our 1,000 subscribers.
Let's get it, dude. Sounds good to me. Any open trades, anything like that, man?
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. And I'm glad for that. DCA is the name of the game right now for me. I'm going to DCA.
I do have I don't know how many times it can be used. I know Guap, he might have used it too. I think there's like 3 times you can use it. But I finally have a freaking referral code to the Lighter exchange if you want to play around with that. I mean, it's a lot like Hyperliquid. I don't think it's going to be even close to what Hyperliquid does, but apparently it's a pretty hyped up airdrop, man, if you want to play around with it.
Yeah, you could send that over. You don't think it's going to be anything like hype?
No, I think the airdrop's going to be really good. I just don't think it's going to be as successful as Hyperliquid like afterwards. You know what I mean? So what they did is it's the airdrop's going to be good because they've limited it to a certain amount of people. So like instead of me getting one referral code and anybody can use it, they hand out referral codes every so often, and then those referral codes have limits. So it's going to be less people getting the airdrop than it was for
nice.
Hyperliquid. So the airdrops are probably going to be pretty good from what I understand.
Nice.
And they got good funding too. But it's pretty much like a copy paste of Hyperliquid, the Hyperliquid exchange, man. Pretty much the same shit, dude. Same thing, man. But
Hyperliquid's been holding above, I think, 33, 34 bucks.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty solid holding.
Dude, the Hyperliquid ecosystem. Holy shit. I've been in the negative in all my holdings, all the tokens on Hyperliquid on the spot. I've been in the negative for the last 3 months, dude. And they finally just flipped into the green, finally back in the profit on a lot of them. And Per is going to do phenomenal, dude. I mean, I can see it now. As soon as the entire market keeps pushing, Per, you know Per, right?
Oh, I hold some Buddy and I hold some Per.
All right, buddy. All right, buddy, and Per.
Right, buddy.
I mean, you could change your life with all right, buddy, and Per, for sure, man.
This is my question, because this coin is still driving me freaking nuts, and I want you guys in the chat too. Dirt Donkey, GMB, Crypto Homes.
That coffee tastes like ass.
Say chain, bro. SEI chain. What the? It's 21 cents, bro. I'm not. I've used the chain. I like it. It's not as good as Aptos with the graphics, but I'm telling you what, dude. I just feel like Say chain is gonna fucking rip. Like it's gonna go from 21 cents to at least, $4 or $5 on this euphoric run kind of thing. I don't know, man. It's just too risky of a hold though, because I'm not so bullish on the blockchain itself that I would like want to hold the bags. Hey, anybody want to buy these in the bear market? I don't want to be stuck holding it. But I feel like it's going to be a freaking pumper, dude. It's number 91, so it's just in the top 100. SEI, Say chain. It's an L1.
Yeah, it'll do good.
21 cents right now, bro. 21 cents. I just feel like it's going to be one of those ones that rips to 5 to 10 bucks.
It will.
And I'm going to look at it and go, shit, I should have bought that.
Yeah. There's huge backing in the Say chain. I hear Lark talk about it all the time.
That actually.
Yeah, sometimes not the best, but
love you, Lark.
But it's an L1, and like it's man, it's definitely gonna be something to hold on to. If you hold it, I wouldn't be selling it right now. Is what I'm saying.
Oh hell no, shit! I don't even hold that much of it. I have a little bit of it. I have a wallet. I've used the exchanges on there. I told you I couldn't get out of a trade a while back, and that turned me off of the whole project. So I was like, there was no liquidity to come out of a trade or two, and I was like, screw this.
Yeah, you gotta look at activity on chain too.
That's what drove me away.
Everybody they're on ETH, Solana.
Yeah,
all the activities, ETH,
Binance,
Solana, Arbitrum.
Dude. Binance chain, you can't. Whether you trust CZ and them cats over there or not, Binance chain gets a lot of users. Like they have a lot of users over there.
Yeah, Crypto Home says he's in Say bigly, and when
what?
he says that, he's got a lot in it.
What? Because I like my boy Holmes. My boy Holmes makes some good calls, brother. So talk to your boy. Talk to your boy. 21 cents on Say. Are you down right now? Or are you up? Let me know how you are doing, because I think my average price when I was in Say was around 47 cents, 50 cents, something like that. But Aptos at $5, still $5.20. This coin has been holding at $5 level for months.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, I don't know. I definitely think there's manipulation going on with the trading of it, but I see Aptos ripping ass up to 10, 12 bucks very soon, and that's an easy double. I wouldn't hold it too long. I would get in and get the out. We're talking trades, by the way. Me and Wes right now are talking swing trades, medium term trades. We're not talking, long term. So just to clear that up. But Say bigly, Holmes be doing too much.
But he's
Holmes
always
is doing it
got
though.
The right ones, man.
He's making money though.
Ones. Yeah.
He's making money, GMB. Come on now. I live
Something
around
I'm
on
trying to
ADA
do.
in the ecosystem. Listen,
I'm trying
ADA
to do
right
the same
now
thing.
with this dip, ADA is still, I got to give props to ADA holding at 72 cents, building tremendous support. It feels like ADA's been rock solid at 72 cents for a very long time. So
What are you
I'm
looking at
actually
right
liking
now?
that. CoinGecko.
Pull it up, man. I want to see. I want to see, man. What's what? Because
Down about
you're
20
talking
cents,
about.
getting rid of DCA tomorrow's paycheck. Holmes is already spending tomorrow's paycheck. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's pull this up. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Holmes already spending tomorrow's paycheck.
Damn right, man.
If you guys are tuning in, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe on YouTube. We need to get to 1,000 subs, man.
Let's
Help
go,
us out,
man.
please.
We got almost 10 on YouTube now, man. Thank you guys for being here. Hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, let's look at it, man. What coins
All right, I
are
just
good
hit
right
share,
now?
Wes. See if it's pulling it up. Ouch. See if it's pulling it up. It should pull it up.
I can't see it.
How about now?
Yeah, I'm about to zoom in.
There we go. All right, so
All right,
okay, so 24-hour chart.
what we got, man? What's down the most?
What I was looking at here. Okay, so let's look at what's down the most in the 24 hours. Right now, Cardano at 72 cents is down 2.3%. 6% for Hyperliquid at $31. Not a hideous entry. Let's see what else is down a little further here.
Yo,
3%.
scroll up.
3%.
You see where the 24-hour is? At the top, it'll say 24
Not
hour.
volume.
24-hour category. Click on the 24-hour. It'll bring up what's down. Yeah, it'll organize it to what's up the most. And then if you click it again, it'll do it from what's down the most. There you go.
Okay, tokenized Hyperliquid. I mean, Hyperliquid at 6% is.
That's good. $32.
I mean, okay, you got Fartcoin
dude.
and all this other shit. This is all your other shit. These are your more higher risk coins right down here, right? But out of quality tokens, out of this list, I'd say 100. Hyperliquid number 1, Render number 2, Render or Aave actually. Aave's pretty damn.
Dude, I'm telling
Aave's
you,
reliable name. The graph.
Lyft's gonna be that one that runs stupidly on Robinhood. I'm telling you, man. I just have that feeling about it.
Is it already listed?
Yeah, it's on Robinhood.
Is it already listed on Robinhood?
Yeah, it's on Robinhood.
Jesus, man. I'm getting old. Dog with Hat is listed on Robinhood. I'm getting old.
Yeah, I think also they'll probably end up listing FET if it's not on there. FET is another one that is real popular.
FET AI. Dude, I was into FET AI in 2020, bro. Remember that shit? I was so ahead and I should have.
It was called something else.
I would have held that shit.
It was just Fetch AI.
Fetch AI, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let me pull this up real quick just to get you guys' opinion on Aptos. This is a swing trade. This is a more risky swing trade, guys, because this coin trades like Litecoin a little bit. It's a Litecoin trader, meaning you have to get the out. You have very precious time to go from here to here. I say precious time, but it's a midterm swing trade. $5, which is, look where we're at, guys. We're at 5 to swing trade out. If you get in at September and you got out in December, September, October, November, December, you had a 3 month.
About what time
not,
frame's looking like, dude.
You had to run, dude, to get out. But look at this, Wes. Excuse me. You went from $5, you know, 5 and some change, and you had a good pumpage, man, up to $14-15 per token. So, you know, that's almost a 3x. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to go betting the farm on the shit, but I would say that for a safer, higher cap play, it's number 42. You know, I like Aptos, man. I can't help it. I like the graphics. I like the NFTs. I like the trading on it. I'd like to do some more research on how many people feel the same way I do. How used? Where can we find that, Wes? Where do you find the usage? Can we do that on CoinGecko? Do you know where we can find the actual users and transactions and all that? I'm sure it's on here.
That's something I'll look at DeFi Llama for.
DeFi Llama is probably better for that. Yeah. I think you're right on that. But you know what, guys? Good short-term swing trade. Hyperliquid's probably the best one down right now if you're looking for quality. What's on sale? You got a 6% sale. Cardano, I want to bring up Cardano real quick for GMB, and then we can look at some other stuff. But just to throw the Cardano fam a bone here, check this out. Nice consolidation, right? Finally starting to get some sideways action again, right? Getting some sideways action right around this level. This is a major level for Cardano, 70, 74, even up as high as, 84. But this consolidation, you had the downward, now you got this sideways. It's like it's wanting to form that bull flag finally from here, which was down around, where's that, 33 cents up to $1.23. You're getting your next, you're getting your sideways consolidation for your next move. I think Cardano's next move goes up to $1.50, $1.60, easy, no problem. If you measure this here and then cut your halfway mark, where's that halfway mark? 73 cents. Where's Cardano? 72.63, which is what? 73 cents. So using my 5-minute TA method, you've paid your dues. You've went down to 55 cents already. Since then, you're back where are you at? 73 cents. You're at the golden, well, I call it the golden area of you've come back down, you've hit your halfway mark. What happens after that? Cardano's a good enough project. Enough people are in it. I believe easy peasy. Cardano goes up to minimum $1.50, and it does it fairly soon. You don't have much more to consolidate in this pattern, in my opinion. Even if you go to the max chart, that's the 1-year chart, but yeah, I definitely see Cardano going to 150, no problem. This move right here is just gargantuan, like going from 16 cents to freaking, what is that? $2.97. That's a big move in a very small amount of time. So possible cup and handle going here. Boom. $2. That puts you over $2 for that cup and handle if you measured that. I don't know. What do you think, Wes? What do you think Cardano does? Do you think this does probably $5-6 or higher, in the bull run? I'm sure it does.
Yeah,
I'm sure it gets up there.
I still think there's a lot of them that 10x easily. I mean, Cardano could go up to $10 for all I care. I mean, it's 72 cents now. You look at the last run. I mean, look at what it did, man. And it usually
that's a gargantuan run.
Yeah, it usually, it'll usually at least double its previous all-time high. And what was it? $3, $6? I mean, dude, it could definitely
$2.91, $3, yeah.
10x from here. All I'm asking for is a 10x on my portfolio with everything that I have. If I can get a 10x on my portfolio, life's gonna be good, man. I'll tell you that life's gonna be real good. And I think that we still have time.
Wes, we have a request for the Crypto Remora chart. He said please after he requested it. So
damn, who was that?
Hunter Myers said, can you look at where we are in the crypto cycle, specifically with altcoins compared to last cycle? Maybe look at the charts you guys made. 3 cents to $3, GMB says. Yeah, I see that, GMB, all day, easy. Actually, because 150 to $2, I was saying in the next couple months. So euphoric all-time high, Cardano probably does this move here and goes up around $7 in the euphoric stage, no problem.
Desire was asking about
I could see Cardano going to 7, but Wes.
Yeah.
Caspa. All right, so I'm going to pull up Caspa real quick, and then Wes will pull up the Crypto Remora special chart, the get the out in time chart is what I've dubbed it here. Caspa. Let's look at Caspa. Rock the Caspa. A lot of people are in this Caspa too, man. A lot of people are in this.
I hear a lot of people talking about it. I think it is if I'm not mistaken, it's a proof of work like Bitcoin and like Ethereum used to be. And it is its own layer 1, I'm pretty sure.
Proof of work crypto that implements Ghost Dog. That was a shitty movie in the 90s. You remember Ghost Dog?
Oh, yeah.
You ever see that shit?
Yeah, I remember it.
Did you ever see that shit?
Yeah, so
I remember even the cover was like, he was like, holding it like a knife.
Yeah, I remember everybody talking about Caspa, and for the longest time, dude. Yeah, Ghost Dad. That was with Bill Cosby, right? For the longest time.
Well, it says, well, yeah, that one.
You remember that one? Yeah. So for the longest time, I thought Caspa was Casper. Yeah. And then come to find out, it's a completely different thing. So I don't know, man. I don't have any like specific feelings towards Caspa. I know that it's been hyped up a lot. A lot of people. It was a fucking runner last. Well, it hasn't been out long. It was a runner, man. I just remember a lot of people talking about it. And I think the people that didn't sell from the last time that it ran really freaking hard, they're the ones that keep talking about it and mentioning it. And I think that that's kind of why it's stuck around. But I mean, it's good. Look, we're talking about it now, right? People are still talking about Caspa. So there's something about it. It's an L1. I'm pretty sure it's in the top 100. I think it does good. 62.26 million in volume. Did I get rugged?
I don't know. I think I got rugged. I thought you did, but it may have been mine that actually got rugged temporarily. I will say this, something that I don't like about the price action. It looks like your market makers did a little trading in this range and then took the elevator up and skipped this floor, right? And then they came back down to this floor real quick, brought it back here. I will say this. I think there's more trading to be done between 5 and 10 cents. I don't know if you're going to get that before this bull runs over or after, but I will say that, you're slightly, this is a very crucial level here, around 10 cents. You had a lot of trading here. 10 cents was trading here, low, 10 cent low here, 10 cent low here. You're at 9 cents right now. So the real question is, you got to see what Bitcoin's going to do. If Bitcoin goes down lower, you could certainly go back in this range. Market makers could bring you back to 5 to 10 cents, no problem. And that, in my opinion, would be actually a good thing, because then, where you skipped over this level here, you'd be coming back down in this level, which you always have to pay your dues. There's no skipping anything in life. So paying your dues would mean, you skipped. You took the elevator up, so you have to come back down to this floor and work your way back up. So you took the elevator, so that means you have to come down. So now you came down, quick W, and you flash back above it. But as we see Bitcoin starting to roll over again, what I would look for, I would actually look for that to happen. I would look to see if she comes back down, rolls over. And at that point, if you're in Caspa, I wouldn't wait for 5 cents. I wouldn't, because you're playing with fire there. You already had a double bottom there. You're probably not going to go. Certainly would pay attention to this. I would look to scoop and accumulate, because I do think you will be right out of that again, like fairly soon on the run. So yeah, I like it from a trading perspective, because it's coming back down to a previous level that needs to be used. And you're under the next level, so your potential for running on Caspa looks good to me for a swing trade bull run. I wouldn't go crazy right now. I dollar cost average in and wait to see if you break below 8 or 7 cents. That's just me personally. I would hold off and see what Bitcoin does before I did that. So yeah. But overall, definitely not a bad entry, even in at 9 cents or whatever. You guys see my pretty desktop.
I think, we talked about this last week, man. Like, I think right now you can find altcoins. There's so many altcoins that are still way down, dude, compared to what Bitcoin's done. And I think that is about to change, because we're going to go into an altcoin season, man. Like, that's just what's going to happen. You guys saw when Bitcoin had this last run, the next day it was stagnant and the altcoins weren't doing shit. But then the day after that was when the entire market lit up green and Bitcoin was like the only thing in the red. That is just a simple, that is just a minor slice of what we can expect. And it's going to last for a couple of months, where the altcoins are just fucking ripping, dude. And a lot of the altcoins that are still down 75, 80% in the top 200, that's going to completely change, man. They're going to be, you know, it's gonna be crazy, dude. And that's what we're waiting for. And I think that Caspa is one that's just it's gonna do that, man. It's its own L1. All the L1s are gonna take take up all the market share in the beginning, and then it's gonna trickle down to all the other shit. You know, probably finish off with meme coins like we always do. You know, we'll have our meme coin, you know, crazy part of the damn cycle. AI tokens, gaming tokens, NFTs, all that crazy shit, man. And yeah, but I think Casper is good, dude. I think any altcoin that is still down 75+% from its all-time high, I don't, and it's in the top 100, top 200, is definitely worth looking at for sure.
So Wes, let's honor Hunter Meyer's request real quick. Check in with the Crypto Remora chart, which I think we've needed to do anyway. We haven't done that in probably a couple of shows. We looked at it once, but before we even dig into price targets or Bitcoin or any of that, let's just take a look at the Crypto Remora chart, so we know when to get the out.
Oh yeah, it's time to get out now. Run, get the fuck.
Yeah,
no.
I don't trust this digital money stuff.
All
it's a Ponzi scheme, dude.
Yeah, I mean, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing, dude?
Buying Bitcoins and shit.
Right. What
the hell is an F? What is
F3?
Even
streaming right now? What's going on?
I don't know.
Who are you? No,
play money. Who even are you? What even is that?
The fuck? There's an update available. What's this? This version. Boom.
Oh yeah.
All right. I got it pulled up. Got it ready.
Let's do it. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. See hell.
Let's take a look. See. Take a motherfucking look. See. What did it do? Where did it put us?
That's what it do right there. That's what it do. That's what it
like
be.
That shit, man. All right.
On the wire. Yeah. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit.
This is it, man.
I don't like that shit. What is? Can you zoom the count? I feel like we're zoomed in. No, are we?
Maybe we are.
Dude, we're starting to get close. Bro, we're starting to get close to the freaking mountain, though, bro. Like,
no, man.
Yeah, what? A little bit, dude. A little bit. Shit.
I think so.
We
are far away, man. Look, we're right.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me zoom in. Yeah, we're literally sitting right here at 70.
No, but we're close. Like, we're close to getting ready to, like, because you know how quick this shit's gonna go, man. Once it, this is it, man. Y'all better.
So the orange is where we are now. This is where we're at now. This red one is compared to previous charts, previous cycles, is where I think the market's gonna end. The top is gonna be this cycle. That's just my opinion, right? And just based off of previous cycles, that's October, and we're sitting in May right now, so we still have some time left. But as you can see, man, we get that bubble phase of the cycle, and shit just starts going absolutely bananas. And yeah, I mean, that's just where I think we are. But still far away from the mountaintops, man. Still time before the green mountaintops.
So let's do this too, because I think what Hunter was getting at was he wanted to know when the alts are run. Because let me guess, Hunter, you are knee deep in freaking alts, like the rest of the degens out here, like myself.
Here's others. Hold on.
The question is, Wes, when does the altcoin, like if this is the mountaintop, this is the mountaintop for Bitcoin, correct? Like this entire chart is based on when Bitcoin, right? Like in other words, you can add 2 weeks after these green mountaintops to get out of your alts.
Yeah,
this is 3 weeks.
I don't even, dude. I mean, this is the monthly chart. So if Bitcoin tops October 1st, maybe the alts top October 31st. You know what I mean? Like we just are October 15th. So it's still within the same month. So, you know, I did this the other day. I pulled up others, and I think it's this one, if I'm not mistaken. I was playing around with it here, as you can see. But I mean, it does the same thing, man. You know, like we'll come up here and hit that top, and we're just so far away from it. I mean, look, the others is down to 52 or 53, 52, man. You know, we still have a long way to go. And again, you know, you'll see the RSI, or this is the momentum indicator here. And look where we are on the momentum indicator, dude. We're still down here. Like, it's, you know, when this damn thing takes off, dude.
But look how long we've gone sideways too, bro. Since 2021. Look, if you take that whole consolidation, that's
looks
one
like
long
it's
consolidation since 2021.
That it looks like it's sideways. What are you talking about? Hold on, from
right
here?
There. No, go back even further.
What?
No, the first green top right there.
Oh, right here.
No, the second one. The second.
Right here.
Yeah, now go up to the very last green candle above that. Boom. From there all the way over to the right. Mm-hmm. That is just straight up longer consolidation than the last.
I have it in logarithmic too, though.
It's still 2021. Any way you slice it, go to 2021s. I mean, yeah, that's a hell of a consolidation. A lot of radical moves in it.
But see, we haven't.
Essentially,
so this was the top, and now we're just sitting around these levels, man. Like, we still got to make a new top. Like, that's what we're trying to do now.
Yeah.
And when we do make that new top, it's going to go well above this. So, yeah, right now this looks like just one giant consolidation. We're just at 2020 levels. But it's going to be like that because that's just where we're at, you know, in the cycle until we can overshadow that.
How lucky are you if you're just now walking into crypto? Like, let's say you weren't here since 2021 or 2022. You didn't have to hold through any of the bullshit. You're just now walking in like, what's up, y'all? How's it going? Like, if you're just now walking into crypto and you're like, I want to do this, and I got, you know, like some of these chodes out here, I got $12,000. What should I buy? I mean, God bless you if you got that kind of money already walking in. You know, you're already blessed, in my opinion, if you have that much money to lose or spend or invest. But there are people out there that are like, I got $32,000. What should I do? And like, to those people, I strongly urge you to be very careful. If you're one of those people that are fortunate enough to have a big pile of money to where you could lose it and you'd still be okay, but you don't really want to lose it, like, to those people, I would strongly urge you to buy Bitcoin until you learn what you're doing, because you can lose your ass, especially if you get greedy and you go into an alt and you're like, I got 32 grand, you know, I'm going to turn it into, you know, 200 grand real quick. And then you go and buy, you know, dillweed coin because your friend, you know, told you to buy dillweed coin or whatever. And then you just get brutalized. Like, buy Bitcoin, dude. Just hold some Bitcoin and get your first couple cycles under your belt. Yeah. Learn the market a little bit before you get radical.
But if you look at the others, right, and you see that's what that looks like. We're here. We got our super trend flipped green right here. We're just kind of going sideways. It's the same thing that happened back here. So the same thing that kind of happened here. You know, that looked like we were just kind of sideways. We came up, we're retesting the high, playing around. We flipped the green, and then we finally started moving up. It happens fast, man.
It is going to happen fast.
So when it does, man, it's, you know,
and it's right around the corner. Look, Wes and I are in slight disagreement. He thinks October. I say December. I actually say we could go into February. I think when she starts running, that the end is not going to be October. I think it's going to go October, November, December. Like, but if you get out in October, November, December, you're still going to do very well. Like, you're going to still make a lot of money. I think personally, I think that being we haven't had this run even yet to 120, and here we are in freaking June, I think two things could happen. We either get the 120 run June, July, August, like we were kind of saying, but if we don't get the run June, July, August, and it goes to October, November, December, I think what happens is we hit October, November, December, and we're going to soar past my 275. Like, in other words, if we don't get up around 120 or 150 soon, and we just keep this BS sideways consolidation down here, then I might have to change my price targets altogether. But I'm just going to say that October, we definitely are probably going to be around 250, 200,000 to 250, October, November, December. And it could be nuts, dude, because the FOMO level, I think the FOMO level is going to run past October, past November. I think you'll get a dip, but I think people will just be so obsessed with the greed factor. Oh, it went to 200,000. Once you crack 150 and 200,000, it's a wrap, bro. Because people are going to say, oh, it went from 100 to 200. It's going to go from 200 to 300, 300 to 400. I think that greed is going to push
a lot of people getting wrecked, man.
People are going to go in and they're going to get brutalized.
We saw this happen back here. Let's take a look at the monthly chart, because we saw that happen back here, right? And we had that massive dip from the Terra Luna crash. And everybody was saying, dude, as soon as we came up to retest and we made a new all-time high, everybody was stuck on that 100,000, dude. And the same thing, like once we hit, 50,000 was kind of that mark. Once we get past 50,000, dude, it's, 75,000. And once we get 75, FOMO kicks in, then we're going to be at 100,000. And it just didn't happen. A lot of people got wrecked, including us. We didn't take our profits. And we rode this son of a bitch all the way back down to retry it again.
All the way back up, though. I mean, well, for what we have left.
To retry it again this time. Now, I'm going to feel really fucking stupid if October gets here and we are at 200,000 and I don't take profits because FOMO is going to kick in and it's going to go to 250K. And then I've set targets. I've set targets way lower this time.
I think everybody's doing that, though. I think that's what the market makers want. That's what they
said last time, man.
I don't know, man.
I'm not doing it.
I know, and you're smart for that.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. But I will say, and I do again. It really depends on how the market is. If
we're gonna hit 275, bro, like my target is gonna hit. I'm telling you, we're gonna hit it. It's all right. All right. I know everybody's like, no, Nick, you're too bullish. I've been saying it for you. We're hitting it. We're hitting it.
I would love to hit that.
We're definitely gonna hit it.
I'm gonna be happy.
Be insane.
Bitcoin hits 160K. I plan to be about 75% of the way out.
Ooh, that's a lot, bro.
Yeah,
that's a lot out.
I'm just saying, man. It's when Bitcoin's at 160,000.
You're like, nah, bro. I got burnt last time. But here's the thing. All right, if you're 70% out,
15,000 to 160,000 on Bitcoin.
But if you're 75% out, and Bitcoin's at 150, and I'm right, and you're 75% out, and Bitcoin goes to 275, you're just gonna be like,
it is. I got.
This is like fucking. I ain't getting greedy. I'll take my.
Nope.
I like that.
Look, I haven't had money my whole life. I haven't had money my whole life, dude. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity for me. I have my targets and I have my plan.
I got respect for that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna stick with it. So
and then you're gonna bitch about it later. You're gonna say, "Man, I should have left a little." But you're gonna stick to it.
I'll have the money in my pocket that I
in your hand
in my hand.
You know what? And that's what it is. That's what it is, bro. That's the game. Like I was trying to explain to my little nephew last week, and my cousin. I was saying, they're like, because people just don't understand it yet. They don't understand. And basic investing, most people don't understand either. They just think it's you get lucky or whatever.
Right.
But if you do that route, especially after you've had painful lessons like Wes and I both have had, where we've held and watched it go up and we just didn't sell. When you learn from that personally, no one can take that shit from you. That's why I'm kind of pushing Wes to see where his conviction is. You see how convicted he is, because you can't tell that to somebody. They have to go through that shit. They have to go through it personally. Wes went through it personally, so you can't get him out of that. Like, he knows from experience. But the same thing is true. You can't tell Wes you ain't gonna make no money buying crypto. Stop investing in crypto. You think he's gonna listen to you? Hell no. Because Wes would be like, you fucking crazy. Because he's made the money. Like, people who have made the money know that it's there. The opportunity's there. But there's just like anything else. There's risk to reward. There's rules you got to follow. You have to learn a little bit about what you're doing. You can't just roll the dice with shit. But the biggest thing is everyone always says, oh, you got to work for your money. You got to work for your money. Okay. That's true. But the wealthy people, they don't just work for their money. They have their money working for them. So if you want to stay a worker bee your whole life, you can do that. You have that option. You have that right. You have that choice. That's a freaking choice you can make. But what if you get hurt? If you get hurt and you don't have any money working for you and you were the only source of your income, you're screwed. You break a leg, you can't generate no money, and you don't have any other way to generate money without your leg, you're screwed. What are you going to do? I think this country has a crisis of knowledge, and the crisis of knowledge is got to do with basic investing. And I think that's why I'm so passionate about this channel, because we try to teach you guys that anyone can do this. It's not rocket science, but you have to have the plan. Wes has a plan. And he's like, you know what? Even if I'm wrong, quote unquote, like if he gets out too early, the beauty of it is he's like, nah, dude, I'm making my money. I know how much I'm going to make. He has a plan going in. He's not going in blind and gambling. He has thought this through for months, probably years now, years. He's been planning this shit. So he has a plan. He's sticking to it, bro. And if you do that, if you have the courage to do that in this market, you can do very well. And I think either way, this is going to be an epic bull run, and I think Wes kills it either way.
I mean, dude, if you think about it, man, we went to $15,000. We went from $70,000 to $15,000, and now, you know, we're back above 100K. From 15,000 to 100K. It might not seem like it, but man, Bitcoin is already fucking ran, dude. And like, I'm not saying that it's already ran, it's done and over with, but think about how much it's already ran since the bottom. And like,
yeah,
I just think going from
I feel
15K
you on that.
and trying to wait from 15K all the way to 275K,
that
is a huge risk.
I feel you on that, bro.
I'm trying to meet somewhere in the sweet spot, like
I see that side of it, because we just came through that 15K bottom, and we called it. We both called the bottom at 15K. We said, "This is it, bro. This is the bottom. This is the scorched bottom." But we've tinkered around. Bitcoin has tinkered around in its infancy in the first 13 years. It's taken 13 years to go from 0 to 100,000. So with that same aspect in mind, I think the dues paid to get to that total global market cap are unlike any other asset in the world. And I think that the speed at which Bitcoin doubles from 100,000 to 200,000, or from 100,000 to 300,000, is not relative, or not relative. It's not the same speed or trajectory as it was from 0, right, to 100,000. I think that Bitcoin's grind from 0 to 100,000 took 13 years. I think the grind from 100,000 to 500,000 happens in 4 years. Yeah. So I think that when you look at those numbers, and when you look at the history and the trust built on it, that's why I say that's why I always go back to the analogy of $2.75. I don't look at it as 275,000. I look at Bitcoin right now as $1.08, right? I look at if we fell down and we were going from $1.08 to 76 cents. And when we go from $1.08 to $2.75, I think greedy MFers are going to push it to $4.50, no problem, which is almost $500,000. So I'm not changing my target from higher than 275. I'm just saying that if we continue to grind sideways and build this slow grind, and we're not getting any kind of hints at all, I think 275 is going to be no big major feat at all. I just think it crushes that level. But I see what you're saying about the 15,000. Like, I see what you're saying time wise, because you're like, man, we were just down at 15K a year ago. But hell, bro, Ethereum was $75 4 years ago, just 3 or 4 years ago. And look how fast 4 years goes. Ethereum was $75.
Yeah.
And it's almost $3,000 for one ETH. I mean, bro, this shit moves so fast. Yeah, Hunter wants to know, Wes, are you selling based on time or price? If Bitcoin is only at 120K by October, are you still selling, Wes? This is a good question.
So we've talked about it a little bit here, and it's just one of those things, man, where I'm going to be taking a lot of data points and putting them together and making my judgment. But what I have, like, as far as a plan goes, if it's October and Bitcoin's only at 120K, I'm going to do it based off of indicators, certain indicators, including our chart. You know what I mean? Those have worked previous cycles. So I'm kind of leaning on the indicators as well. I don't think 120K is going to set off the RSI. It's not going to go into oversold at 120K, depending on how fast it gets there, right? Because if it goes from 100,000 to 120,000 in one day, the RSI is going to be oversold because it bases things off. It bases it off of speed as well, speed and momentum. So it's going to have a lot to do with indicators. 120K, if the alts are running, if Bitcoin's at 120K and the alts have 2x, 3x, then and I'm comfortable with where my money is, then yeah, I'll start taking profits in October. I won't be as aggressive, but yeah, I want a big chunk of it. I want to start being aggressive in October.
And keep in mind, though, also, Wes has been in since the 15K bottom, you guys. So keep that in mind. Like, Wes has been steady, you know, for the most part, building his bags up for, I mean, you haven't had to really liquidate like I have for in real life expenses and stuff. Cause I mean, you were pretty stable where you were at and stuff. So,
yeah.
You know, your DCA plan is not going to be the same as some of these guys watching. You know, some of you guys are gambling what's left over, whatever. Your situation could be totally different. Wes has been in the game for a couple years, so he's going to obviously have some bags that he's been holding a lot longer, so he's able to do that a little more comfortably. Me, on the other hand, I'm kind of with y'all, man. I'm kind of starting back at ground zero yet again. Not because I want to, but because I've had to. It's just been life, man. And so for me, I'm going to have to be a little more aggressive with my profits that I'm earning and also with the profits that I'm selling. So, you know, I know I'm super bullish on it, and I could be wrong. I said we would hit 100,000 in 2020. I was wrong. I could be wrong on this one too.
Everybody said that.
I just don't think that. I think that the opposite happens, and it's not just because everyone's saying it's going to happen. I think there's so many factors at play, and I think that this bull run was stomped on because of COVID. I mean, let's just be honest. You know, that was a total, nobody could have seen that coming kind of thing. It was one of those, you know, huge black swan event things. And without that, Bitcoin probably, there's no way to prove it, but Bitcoin probably, yes, it would have hit 100K. Like, it would have hit. Like, I don't know how else to say it.
There was so much money, so much liquidity that got injected into the market that people were spending freely. People that usually only made $300 a week at their jobs were making $700 a week because the government was just throwing money away. And people got, you know, they didn't care. They were buying crypto. They were buying fucking GameStop, right? Like, that was the thing. Yeah, everybody was talking about investing in crypto and GameStop last cycle, and it's just been the complete opposite this cycle. It's only been about institutional investors. I don't think that's necessarily the best thing for us, man. Like, it kind of sucks. Like, I kind of hate that, you know, we've had our own thing going here, and then now we have all these, you know, whales jumping in. They're controlling price. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad for us. You know, people say it's good because they're bringing money in, but, like, did we actually need it? I mean, look what happened last time. I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
mixed.
it does take a little bit of the magic away. It's like this was our
Yeah.
game, and
Yeah,
now
man.
the older kids at the high school are coming over trying to take our basketball from us.
Right.
It does feel like that, but it at the end, the
Maybe it's
end
good for
game,
us.
it is good. It is good because it's going to solidify it as this is the other
Yeah.
factor that this is why I say 275 is probably going to happen. It's going to catch a lot of people with their pants down. I don't think you will be one of them. I think what will happen is based on price action, based on what happens, I think you will reassess and reevaluate on price action. You'll go, holy shit.
Maybe
Like
price
if
action. Time
price
frame,
action.
no.
Time frame, no.
Time frame, no. Price
October,
action.
no matter what, you're out. You're
Yeah.
done.
No. I don't want to be all the way out.
Just
But
75%.
yeah, I want to be close, man. I want to be aggressive in October. There's no way, I'm telling you right now, there's no way that Bitcoin is only at 120K in October.
Yeah, I don't think that happens either.
So I don't think that's something I'm gonna have to worry about. But
I don't think so either.
If we're at 140,000 in October, look, we 2x the previous all-time high. It is what it is, man. I'm gonna be aggressive with it.
I would say only because of the previous pumps for Bitcoin, October, November, December is usually that boom, boom, boom. Those are the 3 months where Bitcoin goes ape shit. That just happens in the bull run, and it's the end of the year and shit. But then usually start of December, Christmas and stuff, people take profits and shit. You got that full moon, psyche where it's the end of the year kind of thing. But October, November, December is usually really good months for Bitcoin. That's why I say if you sell it October and you're 75% of the way out, you still do well, because let's say you got your last 25% in there and you're like, oh shit, November, December, and then, or even what I'm thinking is going to happen January, February. I think that euphoric top spills over, like the lates.
Yeah.
The late guys to the party are not going to be in October. They're going to see a pump. They're going to go, shit, I should have bought. They're going to see a pump in November. They're going to go, shit, I should have bought. They're going to see it jump in December, and it's going to go to 200 or 225. Let's just say it's still running in December, and they're going to go, shit, I really should have bought. And then January comes around, and then they're like, fuck it, I'm going to open a Robinhood account, right? And that's the last, like,
and that's when we'll see
FOMO. That's what I'm saying.
That's when we'll see our, I mean, again, indicators are going to play a lot. It's going to be important because we want to watch the Coinbase app. We want to see where it's ranking at when October comes. Where's it ranked at? Has it gone down, or is it starting to go up? Like, a lot of indicators are going to be able to tell us, man. And as far as the time frame goes, look, it's real simple. I didn't put too much thought into it. It's simple. We've been on a 4-year cycle. They say it's a year. It's it's mapped out pretty well. Like if you look at the bottom, so the bottom is labeled green, right, for buy. These are our bottoms, every green one. You look, when was our bottom here? January. When was the bottom here? December. When was the bottom here? November. They go a month up each time. November, December, January. Those are our bottom months for each cycle. And then you look at, okay, well, when were our tops? Let's look at our tops. When did that happen? That's the red. December, November, and that's why I got October, because it would be 1 month apart. October, November, December. Very simple. And that's all I've based this on. And then I'm looking at the momentum indicator, the oversold and overbought, and the RSI, and they line up exactly the same. So being that it's happened the last 2 years exactly the same, with one month difference, that's the only reason I've marked it, because the bottoms lined up perfectly like that. And then these two tops lined up perfectly like that.
I see that. But here's the thing.
But that's just
in order for that to play out, though, check this out. Here's the flip side of that coin, though. The flip side of that coin is, look at your last two green mountains. Look how long or wide they were.
Yeah, they're getting weaker.
They're getting, well, the second one wasn't weaker. It was the second was a more defined pump. I mean, if you look at the size of number 2 mountain, it actually went higher from the low to the top.
But look where the top was. And see, this is another thing.
The top was shorter though.
The top doesn't even have green mountaintops, dude. The top doesn't even have it. There's no green here when we finally got our top because we had such an aggressive fall. And that's what I was saying about the RSI. The faster we go up, the more it's going to react. If it's just a steady climb up over a lengthy period of time like we've done here, it's not going to go as fast. You know what I mean?
If that's the case, though, you're not even going to hit your top in October is my point. Like, in other words, if we go slow and it's
on the green mountaintops. Yeah,
like we might not even
look at other stuff. Yeah, that's why we look at other things too. So it's not just going to be based off of this, man. The RSI is only going to react to the speed of momentum, right? And that's why it looks different here. But just because there's no green or there's not the same amount of green as there was here, I still think the RSI line, the signal line, goes up and hits that top. The green is just showing how aggressive that move is or whatever, how oversold or
the purple line where we are now. If you look at the cycle number 2 and you go to the bottom of cycle number 2, not the bottom of it, but you go to before the ascent up the mountain. So if you go to the middle mountain and go to the very bottom of it and you measure from the bottom to the top, it's a much higher run than the last one on the RSI. Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if this next one coming is anything like that, it goes past October. Like, in other words, the mountaintop will probably go past October a little bit because look how close to the red line you are right now. And look how low, like, we haven't even seen any hints of the green yet, like, at all.
Yeah.
So look where we're at. We're in May. I mean, we're coming into freaking June, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we would have hit 120 by now. I mean, we're in June.
We're 5 months out. We're 5 months out. 5 months out. And let's not forget, man, these are monthly candles. Look what Bitcoin can do in 5 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a very significant move.
So let's say we do June. That would be June, July, August, September, October. That's a 5-month run. I see what you're saying. But that means this is your month. Like, that means this month the turbojets got to get turned on. So we're down to the wire now. We're down to the wire.
Yeah.
I think that Trump's tariffs are going to ruin the boom. I'm sorry.
Who said that?
I just had to do that. I don't even know why I did that, guys. I'm sorry.
What was that?
I don't even know. I think I've been hanging out with that freaking James Stevens III over there at the freaking place. He's funny as shit.
That's funny, man.
He's a funny guy, man. He's funny as shit. He was on the Def Jam comedy tour and shit. Like, he was big. Yeah. I mean, he still is big. He's, owns a freaking theater and does shows every night. But, yeah, dude, pretty cool, man, to be hanging out with him. He's pretty fun. He's a trip, dude. Nice. I think that's where that came from, though. It's just watching him. I was around him earlier today, so I don't know. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people bickering about the market still because of all the stuff in the world, and there is shit going on in the world still. So we have to kind of, I was just saying the tariff thing because everybody's been running their mouth. Everyone's an expert on tariffs now because they hate Trump. So whether you hate Trump, love Trump, I don't give a shit. I'm just saying that people are making statements about things that it's like, I don't know. Bitcoin, I don't think Bitcoin gives a shit about any of that. I think Bitcoin's still going to fucking go crazy.
Yeah. All right, man. You want to look at some charts and give some predictions here?
Yeah, I think this was very important to study this. And I'm glad you guys in the chat were on board with us predominantly talking about this. Because this is very important. This is the most important. This is where you take profits. This is what matters the most. More than where the price is today or where it's going to be next week. When are you guys selling? When are you going to put the money in your pocket? That's the most important thing. So we didn't waste an episode at all, Wes. This has been more important. I think this was priority, bro. This was a great strategy video as far as when are we going to take and and
everybody's got to have their plan, man. It doesn't matter if it sounds crazy to you, it's still a plan. Like, make sure you have a plan. It doesn't have to be perfect, but man, just make sure you have a plan. Because I didn't have one last time. I just thought I was just gonna fucking
Oh,
hodl, and
look, it's going
I had
up
a set
forever.
number. I had a set number. Yeah, and I that's what I played it off of. I didn't have any of the indicators. I didn't know how to look at charts. I was listening to all the influencers on YouTube, and it fucked us up, man. So now we're not gonna make that mistake. We have our charts, we have our indicators, we know what we're looking for, and we have a
Absolutely
plan.
not. On this time, we're going to make the mistake of selling too early.
Right. I would rather have that than not have not sell at all. So
Shit. No, I've been saying that since we held too long on the last one. I said, watch, we're gonna hold too early on the next one. Like, that jinx has been over my head since we held through that last one. I said, fuck, the next run we're gonna do the opposite. Like, I just knew it. I'm like, no matter what, we're gonna hold too short and the thing's gonna soar, and then the market's gonna gotta teach us that lesson.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The plan and the strategy is what matters. And look, if you guys get in the market and you made $10 and that's all you made $10 investing, bro. That should be a good enough feeling that that you make money at your job or whatever, and now you found another way to make money. So just get better at it. Like, don't be ungrateful if you only make a couple hundred, if you only make 20, $30, or if you only make 1,000, or shit, I only made 2,000. Like, don't look at it like that. Look at it as you've just added a skill to your psyche and to your person that you now can take for the rest of your life. You just put something in your tool belt and learn how for the rest of your life, for the rest of your children's life, and you've figured out another way to generate money. That's freaking huge in itself. So don't ever beat yourself up like, oh, I could have made, I think we get in that pattern too, that you kick yourself because you're like, oh, I could have, should have, would have. And Wes is saying, look, I don't care. I don't care if I could have, should have, would have. I'm putting that shit in my pocket this time. So Wes has his plan, and I respect the hell out of that. I think he's dead on. I think he's right. And it's a good move. And you guys, we are going to do our best. We're humans too. We're not freaking wizards. We don't have a crystal ball. We're trying our best just like you guys are, but we will give you the straight up, man. We're not going to lead you down any crazy paths. If I'm going to do something or if I'm feeling it and it disagrees with Wes, am I going to say it? I'm going to say it. I don't give a shit. Just like he's going to say it. We're going to give you the real. That's what you're going to get from this channel versus other channels. So, that's something you can definitely take to the bank. But as far as, look, we're at 105.8 right now, Wes. You remember 2 weeks ago I was saying we need to go down to 104? Remember I said that? Look where we're at. We're at 105.8.
Did you?
No, I said last week I was wrong because I said we're going up to 118. But the week before that, I said 104. So here's the thing.
All right.
We're at 105.8. We're at 105.8. I said we needed to go to 104.
Why does that say?
And I'm glad Bitcoin is at 105 right now. But what I'm pissed off at is that Ethereum is not respecting my fucking gangster and not giving me a dip. And ETH is just saying, screw you. I'm staying at 2,700. I don't care what Bitcoin's doing.
Yeah.
And I want some ETH, bro.
I want
to buy ETH on the dip.
Hey,
and I'm not getting it.
Look, a $2,600 Ethereum is still so cheap.
I'm not impressed with Solana at 167 either. I want Solana down around 125 again. And then I'm not going to buy this dip, and I'm going to be pissed off because I didn't buy it.
Yeah, I'm buying, man. Every week, dude. I'm buying.
You're just DCAing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be aggressively buying until these numbers start picking up, man. Like, I want to get back to all-time
still a good buy? Is ETH still a good buy at 2,600?
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Yep, 100%. 100%.
It's not the answer I wanted, bro. I wanted you to say, well, it could come back down to 2,000.
I mean, it could, but ETH's showing a lot of strength right now. Let's look at this, man, because this is pretty important. Real quick, guys, we're not going to dig too far deep into it, but right now we've been in this channel for 51 days now. We've finally fallen out of it. Remember, we were saying that impulse wave, when that wave is over with, we'll fall out of the channel. And then we'll start, that little corrective move that shows that this is our corrective move that we've been waiting for. Nice pullback here. We're retesting the highs the top of these highs from back here, retesting it. Look, dude, we're in that range now, and we just hit the bottom of it, and now we're bouncing really hard on the bottom of that. That is, 105.5. Looks like we came out of it a little bit, 105.3. But the beautiful thing is, man, we're hitting the 20 again. Remember I said every time we hit the 20 from here on out, I'm going to take a long. So that is kind of what I base that trade on. Let's see if it works out. But not only that, there's a lot of confluence here. So the 20 and this red line coming back to retest it, ABC correction, and we've fallen out of this channel that we've been in. So
Oh, shit.
I feel good about this move. I am long. I put a trade in. Let's see if it works out. If we lose this level, then I would look to come back and retest this zone here from the previous swing at $102,000 to $100,000. I don't think we fall below that. I think Bitcoin looks too bullish, and yeah, we're just having a little cool off, man. Retesting some lows, but if we do fall below it, then I would expect a bounce at 102 to 100,000 and then continue up. But right now it looks healthy, man. It looks really good. And I took that trade, just so you guys know.
What's the tops of those candles over there where it's almost a straight freaking line in between those two zones? Was that 103?
Where at?
Yeah, right there. That's 103. What is that, 104 or something?
104.
Right at 104.
Yeah, where you get this wick right here.
You don't remember me saying that, huh? I said that the downside 104 was my target, 118 was my upside. I said that last week. Or the last time we were on show, I said that. But here's the thing. We're at 105, so
106.
Yeah. So what's my next target to the downside? Do we go back in the green box zone? I don't know. Every time we hit that son of a bitch, it looks like we got a wick and jump right out of it like a screaming, scalded dog. So I don't think Bitcoin's gonna break that green box zone. Look at it. Every time you hit it, it's just like, nope, 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 nope. I mean, so yeah, I think we maintain this bull run. We're bouncing off the 20. That looks good to me. Sounds good to me. I think if you break below it, the lowest miracle you might get would be 104, 103.5, 104 maybe.
Yeah,
Dude,
I like this little pivot area here. What's up?
The question is, if we do have a reversal, right? And then we start using the 20 as, say, resistance again, for whatever reason. Orange man bad, tariffs bad. Kim Jong-un comes out with his rockets. Putin and Zelensky, kiss and make up. I don't know. But if something goes stupid and we start using that 20-day as a resistance line, then you could see the market makers say, you know what, let's before the bull run, let's bring them back down to between 95 and 100,000. I'm just saying that would be my only instance of that range. But I think that range has, based on this chart anyway, you got some wiggle room in there between 96 and 100. I mean, you definitely have some wiggle room in there if they wanted to, but I don't know. Based on those runs in that channel, it doesn't quite look like it, does it? Shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna go that bearish again, but I think 102 is looking like your floor. 104 is your first floor, 102 is your next floor. Then to the upside, I would say 108.5 to 112. Those are my targets for basically Monday, Tuesday, for this next week.
You said 108 to 112?
108 to 112 on the upside. On the downside, I would say 104 down as low as possible as 102. Those are my calls.
For
Curious
next
to
Thursday?
see, what does Lux Algo say? What does it take profits and stop loss on Lux?
So Lux Algo on the daily, you have, let's see, let me make sure this is right. Yeah, 10. So Lux Algo on the daily, which it's pretty incredible, man, because we just a couple days ago, no, this is the week. Okay. That's on the week. So the weekly's 113 to 121. And on the daily, let's see, we got a little sell signal here. All right. Lux Algo on the daily has targets to the downside, which that doesn't make any sense to me why they have these targets here. 99K and then 93,000.
So that's that lower potentiality of what I was just saying with the market makers. If they wanted to be assholes and say, you know what, Putin's gay or Zelensky's dead or something crazy in the news, and then it's just all of a sudden markets go, boo, whatever it is. That would give the market makers an excuse to run that dip down there.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this, man.
That's weird though, right? That Lux said that.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Did it just completely bypass both of these order blocks and put, that's, I don't know. That doesn't seem right.
That's kind of crazy. What is that on the daily? Saying that?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, that is weird.
Strange, but and no offense to my gay people out there, I wasn't trying to any disrespect. I'm just saying if anything crazy goes down in the markets or in the news, that your whales and your Larry Fink and all those people would use that as an excuse to crash the markets and go, all right, let's go, let's roll, get cheap Bitcoin. So,
right now I'm going to be ignoring this sell signal. I mean, I think on the 20, dude, to be on the 20 like that and bouncing hard on the 20, maybe it sees something else. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it, but
long the out of it.
Right.
Just go balls in. I mean, 94 to $95,000 Bitcoin would be the 50% correction. From
I really don't want to go back below 100K, man.
You don't want to, but that doesn't mean shit.
Oh man,
just because you don't want to doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, dude,
it's what Bitcoin wants.
It's a psychological thing, man. Like we go back below 100K, it's gonna suck. It's gonna fucking suck.
It's gonna suck. But here's the thing: look at that move. Look at that boom, right? What if you did go back down? Just humor me for a second. Stay with me for a second. Focus, breathe. Lamaze class.
Yeah, people. That's why it's given that.
Nobody wants to go. Nobody wants to go below 100K anymore, right? Except for
0.5 is at the 93K.
Look at that shit, 93K. All right, so who wants to go? Who wants to go there? Bill Gates, Larry Fink, Jamie Dimon.
Look, I'll take it one more time. I mean, if we do go there, I'm only going to take advantage of it.
And then long the out of it. Let's go.
I'm just ready, man. Like, I'm just ready. I mean,
let me ask you this. Man. Let me ask you this then. If we do go below, if we hit below 100K again, now how's my 275 looking? I'm just saying.
Go below 100K.
If we go below 100K and we go down to 93K again in the next week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is, and we still haven't hit 120 by like halfway through June and shit.
Yeah.
Then now how's my 275 looking? Like
not good.
It is though. Man. It is. It's the beach ball effect of holding the beach ball underwater, because you hold that beach ball underwater a little bit longer, a little bit deeper, and you let that son of a bitch go. I mean, telling you.
Yeah.
I'm happy for it. I would love to see Bitcoin go below 100K one more time, but
yeah,
I don't know if we're going to get it is the thing. A correction to 93,000 would be happy, but I don't think I'm kind of with you on that. I don't think we're going to get it. Like,
yeah,
I don't think so. It would be nice, but I think bull mode is probably activated, and I think you're going to start getting those bull, touch on the 20 and then just keep rolling. And that could be very well what we got going on right now. So,
yeah, I think we're having an aggressive correction because we haven't had one in 50 days. It's been up and in this channel for the last 51 days, and we're getting an aggressive pullback. It looks like a 3-wave pullback. I mean,
it's kind of going sideways anyway. It's not even really going down. It's consolidating sideways.
I'm going to watch this level, the top of that red box, because that's going to be our trend continuation level to the downside. If we come up and get rejected on that level again, then it could be an opportunity for a short back down to 100K. But if we break through it, then, I would look for continuation up.
And you have a long open right now, correct?
Yes. Yeah. I have a long open right now. Yeah.
Can I borrow some ETH?
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you.
All right, so we gave our price target. Did you give yours 100%?
I don't remember. But I'm gonna stay bullish, man. I'm gonna stay bullish. I'm not really taking it too serious. I think I do like your target from last week, 118. I think this correction, I mean, it really depends on what happens here, man. If we get rejected off the 107, we could be looking at targets to the downside. If we break through it, then the long's going to do really good. And I think we go, above 115. By next Thursday, I would like to just say that we are back above 115. New all-time high.
Yeah, I'm thinking more or less 102 is the level to the downside, and 109 again is the upside. So in a normal market, I would say Bitcoin needs to go to 95 or whatever it is. 95, 96,000. Have a cool off, between 93 and 96. But how likely is that to happen? Probably not very likely unless we get some serious bad news or something.
Yeah.
I will say this, though. If it does happen and we do go down that low, I mean, that's just going to be more bullish for the rest of the year, I think. So
when do we get rate cuts, man?
Didn't they say end of July or some shit? Rate cuts are end of July, I thought.
Holmes, when did we get rate cuts, man?
Hype is having to move down 8.2% down to $31. Let's see what happens. Man.
I'll tell you what, man. If Hype goes anywhere in the 20s, dude, I'm to the point where I want to throw all of my money into it. Like that's one of those tokens that I would consider having half of my portfolio in.
I think Hype could hit $20 again.
It could, for sure.
I think it could, because if you measure this move up, $21 is the halfway point from that big move. So shit, that's a dramatic fall, though. I mean, something crazy's got to happen for that to happen, though. Like,
yeah,
Bitcoin's got to come back down to 102 minimum, probably lower, for Hype to get down that low.
Yeah,
but it could happen, dude. It could totally happen.
Look, a lot of people were doubting that $14 area.
Yeah,
that I called, and we went there.
We did. Damn sure did. And you're at $31 right now and falling slightly. Bitcoin's still kind of chilling at 105.9. It cracks over 106, then it goes down to 105.8. Kind of chilling right now. Probably gonna close. It's already 8:30. Shit, our candle probably already closed for the daily.
Oh yeah, this is a new candle.
Yeah. So that being said, one of those things, man. Unfortunately, we're not doing our Monday show too. Not yet. Probably soon. Probably soon though, because Wes
get back to it.
Wes has been staying awake a little bit later, and he's getting adjusted. So
it's happening.
It's starting to happen slowly but surely. I think we'll be all right.
It's happening.
106. We're at 106 again. See, why are they playing with my emotions?
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll keep you updated, guys, on X if anything serious happens. Whoppy! You guys,
hot tub in there?
Yeah, man.
Let me see. I got my screen maxed out.
We were just about to jump off, man. Every Thursday at 7, brother.
Jumping off early and shit. Hot tub, that's West Coast homies, man. He's West Coast, ain't he?
He's on the East Coast, man.
He's on the Beast Coast?
Yeah, he's on the East Coast.
Didn't know you guys are doing market analysis on live spaces. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's what we do, man. We invited Dr. Frobert on the show, too, to discuss crypto, Twitter, coin. Dirt Donkey was in there early. No, did you go in the spaces?
No. Yes, I did. I went that night, yes.
Did you hear anything?
No, he did not come in. Nothing was really said. I mean, just trying to rally, everybody get everybody positive again. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But either way,
Now, in his defense, I did not reach out to him either. I didn't personally send him that. I just invited him from the show.
yeah. All right, man. Yeah. So Lux is on the 1 hour. Let's see what on the 1 hour. What can we expect here? Come on.
Guys
Yeah,
buying VeChain?
So 1 hour.
Buy some VeChain, dude. Remember my dumbass in 2021, or what was it, 2021? I'm like, I think I'm gonna go all in on VeChain, bro.
Man, VeChain is doing some stuff.
You know what VeChain's doing? It's at 2 cents. It's been at 2 cents for 3 years. So
yeah,
I'm glad I did not do that.
it looks like we're about to hit our target on Lux Algo. I mean, look, some of these calls, man, like we got a buy signal here. It didn't get confirmed, and we just came right back down. So it looks like we're about to hit our second target on Lux Algo for the 1 hour. That's 105.2, pretty much right there at it. We did get our bottoming out X here, starting to slow down a little bit. Momentum starting to shift a little bit. So, I mean, we could see this definitely reverse soon on the short term. But again, man, we need to get above this swing point here. And if we get rejected off of it, I mean, you probably get a nice little short, a little quick short in. But yeah, I would expect to reverse and to continue to the upside, man. And once we hit these targets, we'll keep an eye on it, though.
I mean, that's a pretty steep decline right there. If you look at that normally I would say, yeah, it's time to at least shoot a long back up to 106, 107.
Yeah.
Because of the steepness of it, but we'll see. Technically, we're in a downtrend right now. I mean,
yeah, this is a downtrend on the 1 hour. So, yeah, I would look for this area is what I'm watching.
Yeah.
This area here. You might be able to get a quick short in, man. I'm not fucking with it, but
yeah, I ain't messing with no shorts. I'm kind of just sitting on the sidelines waiting for it to potentially go lower before I get a more violent DCA. And I'm kind of just sitting on the sidelines right now, licking my chops like, come on, you son of a bitch.
Look, my fingers are crossed, man. My fingers are crossed.
Where's your floor? Where's your floor for ETH right now, though? Where could you potentially just do that, and then we can get off here? I want to see one more on ETH. Yeah. Because if I'm looking to get into some real piece of shit low caps, I want to know. I mean, some real pieces of shit. Solana at 160. I want to know Solana too. Let's look at Solana and ETH real quick, and then we can get off.
What targets?
Targets to the downside. Like, in other words, if I'm waiting on the sideline right now, realistically, what's the lowest I could expect for Solana and for ETH right now to get a deal, other than where we are right now?
We can just look at some of these swing points. I mean, look, there's a fair value gap sitting around 2,200 on ETH.
That's what I'm talking about. I like that.
I have 2,200 marked off. You can see it held as support here. So, I mean, we could possibly come back down, hit that 22. Another reason I probably labeled it as well is because it's a fib. Nope. Oh, did I go too far back? Yeah, from there to that order block. Yeah, it's the 0.5, 2,200 on that previous move. So, I mean, we could fall back down to the $2,200 area and come and retest as low as well, 2,300, and fill that fair value gap. So that could happen. It looks like it's got a flat top and a rising bottom. So a lot of times, you know how that usually plays out. That usually breaks to the upside, especially, since we started trending up.
Yeah.
So and it also depends on what Bitcoin does. But we're going to get to that point to where Bitcoin's not going to have, as much market share, as much dominance over the altcoins that it does right now. And it's not going to, as long as Bitcoin's not aggressively going down, the altcoins will be fine. And we'll get to that point, soon. But this doesn't look bad, dude. I mean, if we did come back to 22, that could be a good entry. But I'm almost expecting, a break to the upside, come back and retest the top and continue up.
Or even worse, we go up, hit our head at 28.50, and then come back down.
Yeah, and Lux is giving targets to the upside. I mean, and this makes more sense to me because that first target is around that order block here at 2,800. And then the next one is just right below at 3,200. So, yeah, I like ETH, man.
It may be the just unfortunateness of me not being able to have the cheddar to buy when it was down at 1,500, and then getting the cheddar when it's at 2,700. Damn it! But
Yeah.
whatever. Let's look at Solana. That pisses me off. I know there's other people out there too. It's like you wait for your paycheck or something, then you get a little money in your hand, like thing freaking pump.
Moves.
Like because you knew it was a buy. Like I knew ETH was a buy at 1,500. Just didn't have any scratch. Pissed me right off.
Solana.
It's at 167 right now.
Yeah, Solana's. I mean, I don't know. This looks more exhausted than ETH, honestly. We got that roundedness at the top. I don't. Can you see that little roundness?
Well, it's like
even though there was a little dip here.
Like
it looks fucking ugly, man. It looks fucking ugly to me, dude. Like, I don't know, whatever. But ETH looks better than Solana, in my opinion, on the short term. Like, if you're looking at it from that point of view. But I mean, you can see we did the same thing here. You know, we rounded off, then we, shot to the upside. Probably do the same thing, rounded off. There was a fair value gap, bearish one. We'll probably come back up and catch that. That went down fast, dude. Come back up, fill that. We've dropped below. Look, on Solana, man, we've dropped below the 20, dude. You go back to ETH. We're far away from the 20. This was revert. This was like a couple weeks ago. This was the opposite. Solana was far away from its 20 and ETH was below. So now we're getting that opposite effect here where Solana is below its 20 moving average and now ETH is, far above it.
So Solana's probably the better scoop right now.
Yes. Yeah. Solana's probably the better scoop. But ETH looks better in my opinion. I mean, with the flat top, rising bottom, and we're kind of sitting up away from the 20. But yeah, you're right. Solana's probably the better buy if you were looking to DCA or something because you're close to that 20. Bitcoin, man, right on the 20, dude. This has been a beautiful buying opportunity every single time we've come back to it. Let's see if it happens again.
I don't see why. Majority reasons why, unless, like I said, you're waiting on a black swan kind of thing. That's why I was saying, my price targets aren't that grandiose. They're not that crazy. They're fairly close to where we are now.
Yeah. But that's all I got, man. Anything else you want to look at or talk about?
No, I think that covers it, man. Yeah, I think this is one of those things we just have to go week by week until we go day by day, which I think is going to be, we said it's going to be soon. We've been saying that for 2 months, but, we just, we have to wait. We have to be patient, man. That's part of this game. Part of the game is the patience, just having the courage and the patience to sit on the sideline and just go, well, let's just wait. It didn't happen yet again.
That's it.
But it will. It will.
It will. All right, man. I think that's going to do it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you're following us on all socials at the Crypto Remora. Make sure you're following Siri at Siri Crypto and myself at Crypto MacGyver. Is that going to do it? Anything else, Siri?
Other than hit the freaking like and subscribe button for us, please, because we do this for free. We don't charge you guys any of this. We do all this analysis for free. We do requests. We take requests for free. We don't have any way to tip. You don't really tip us. So hit the subscribe button, man. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers. We're like less than 200 people away. So, yeah, any one of you that are not already subscribed, please do that on YouTube. That will help us get monetized. It will also help the channel get out there and get more people in here so we can have a little more fun. Not saying we don't have fun, but yeah, it'll be more fun when we got a lot more people in here making a lot more money too.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
All right, guys. We will see y'all next Thursday. That's all we got, man. Peace out.
Roll the music, baby. Love y'all.